was a curious and adventurous soul, always seeking out intriguing stories to uncover. When she stumbled upon the archives of a small town, she discovered a chilling tale that piqued her interest. The records spoke of a horrific tragedy that had befallen a house where the Martinez family once lived. The entire family had vanished without a trace, leaving behind an eerie void in the community. Driven by her insatiable curiosity, Maria decided to dig deeper into the enigmatic disappearance. She embarked on a journey to find answers and set out to visit the mother of the Martinez's daughter, who resided in a dementia care facility. The elderly woman's fragile mind held the key to the perplexing puzzle. As Maria stepped into the dimly lit room, the scent of antiseptic hung heavy in the air. The elderly woman sat hunched over, staring blankly into the distance. Maria introduced herself, hoping to unlock the secrets hidden within the depths of the old woman's memories. "Mama," Maria spoke softly, using the Spanish word for mother. "I've come to learn about your daughter and the tragedy that befell your family. Can you tell me what happened?" The old woman's eyes flickered with a hint of recognition. Her trembling hands grasped Maria's, and in a hushed voice, she muttered, "The shadows took her." Maria's heart skipped a beat. The woman's words sent a shiver down her spine. She leaned closer, urging her to reveal more. "What do you mean, the shadows?" With a distant gaze, the mother began to recount the events leading to her daughter's disappearance. She explained that on the night of their vanishing, darkness had swallowed their home. Strange figures, mere silhouettes, emerged from the depths of the shadows and seized her daughter. The terrified mother had tried to fight them off, but they were ethereal, intangible. As the conversation continued, Maria noticed something peculiar. The elderly woman's eyes would occasionally dart around the room, following an invisible presence. It was as if she could perceive the unseen. Intrigued and unnerved, Maria probed further. "Mama, can you still see them? The shadows?" The woman's voice quivered as she nodded slowly. "Yes, they are always with me, lurking just out of sight. They watch, waiting for their next victim." Maria's mind raced with a mixture of fascination and dread. She knew there was more to this story than she could fathom. Determined to uncover the truth, she decided to return to the Martinez family's old house, the site of the chilling tragedy. As night descended upon the abandoned house, Maria cautiously entered. The creaking floorboards echoed through the empty halls as she explored room after room. The atmosphere was heavy with a chilling presence, and the shadows danced ominously along the walls. Suddenly, Maria felt a chilling gust of wind brush against her cheek. Whispers echoed through the air, almost inaudible. She turned around, her heart pounding in her chest, but there was no one there. The shadows seemed to converge, growing darker and more sinister. Panic overwhelmed her as she realized she was no longer alone. The unseen figures, the same ones that had claimed the Martinez family, now surrounded her, closing in with each passing moment. In a desperate attempt to escape, Maria ran through the house, her breath ragged and her footsteps echoing in her ears. But no matter how fast she ran or where she turned, the shadows pursued relentlessly, their presence suffocating. Just as Maria thought she was doomed to join the ranks of the vanished, a beam of light pierced through the darkness. She stumbled upon an old attic, its entrance hidden behind a decaying bookshelf. With a surge of hope, she hurriedly pushed the shelf aside and climbed the creaking stairs. The attic was filled with a pale, ethereal glow. The air felt charged with energy, and a sense of ancient secrets hung in the atmosphere. In the center of the room stood an ornate mirror, its surface adorned with intricate carvings and symbols. Maria approached the mirror cautiously, her reflection blending with the shadows cast by its presence. As she stared into its depths, the whispers grew louder, forming discernible words. They spoke of a curse, a malevolent force that had haunted the house for generations. She realized that the Martinez family had unwittingly fallen victim to the curse, and their disappearance was a consequence of its dark influence. The shadows that the old woman saw were not mere figments of her imagination. They were the harbingers of a maleficent presence that preyed on those who dared to enter its domain. Driven by a newfound determination, Maria sought to break the curse and bring peace to the tormented souls trapped within the house. With trembling hands, she reached out and touched the mirror's surface, channeling all her resolve and positive energy. In a blinding flash, the mirror shattered, its fragments scattering across the floor. The room fell into an eerie silence, as if time itself had paused to witness the turning point. As the last echoes of the curse dissipated, the shadows receded, revealing the true nature of the house. Maria's heart swelled with relief as she saw the apparitions of the Martinez family materialize before her eyes. Their faces held expressions of gratitude and release, their spirits finally freed from the clutches of darkness. With the curse broken, Maria emerged from the attic, bathed in the warm glow of dawn. The once oppressive house now radiated a sense of tranquility and serenity. News of her victory spread throughout the town, and the story of the shadows that haunted the Martinez family became a cautionary tale etched into the annals of local folklore. Though the house would forever bear the scars of its haunted past, it stood as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. And Maria, the intrepid investigator, had not only unraveled the mystery of the vanished but also brought peace to those who had suffered at the hands of the shadows. But deep within her heart, she knew that some secrets were best left undisturbed. The shadows had retreated for now, but the darkness in the world remained, always lurking, waiting to ensnare those who dared to uncover its mysteries.